Yeah, wrong beds. Today, let's talk about Bedman. The newly released Guilty Gear Strive character is quite technical, so I teamed up with one of the best players in the world, Zando, to tell you everything about the character in 3 minutes. Let's go! Bedman is a versatile big body character who uses his pokes, strong aerial game, and his excellent projectile game to set up his automatic air follow-ups that give him access to strong pressure and mix-ups as well as some devastating combos. Bedman has excellent aerial movement via his 8-way air dash, great access to extended pressure as every special has a follow-up. He also has decent range and an excellent projectile game, leaving you with a lot of options to choose from in neutral. Bedman is a big body character with slow ground movement as well as weak frame data and conversions of pokes, which leads to clunky block strings when Bedman does not have an air follow-up available. The 8-way air dash gives a strong feeling of freedom, and since every special leads to a different follow-up, players can craft a variety of ways to get almost endless pressure sequences. Now, let's talk about basics. Mid-screen, you get strong meaty into pressure where you already have an air available to use. In the corner, you can either wall break with 5H or the full super. Finishing combos with Call 4B9 gives you immediate safe jump into strong offense with the incoming air follow-up. And for the moves you should know about, Call 4BA is an excellent projectile that can be used from both the ground and the air. Call 4B3 is the general combo ender when he's 2-4 to finish with Call 4B9. And of course, Call 4B9 is the most powerful combo ender because it leads to a hard knockdown and gives him his KRS follow-ups for his offense when set up. Now that you know all this, you should be ready for more pro tips. Zando, take it away.
Now let me tell you my tips to get good with Bedman. Bedman's hover dash together with his strong jump page lead to some incredibly strong jump ins that can beat 6p anti-airs. And together with the threat of all the angles and timings you can approach from using hover dash, as well as your other very strong air buttons as well as the ability to approach with follow-ups, Bedman's aerial game is very freeform and threatening and can be abused very well. Even when Bedman isn't trying to approach you, with the strength of the projectile zoning alone, as well as the threat of Bedman's ability to create opportunities using his air follow-up, Bedman can often make his opponents feel like they are forced to approach, which can make your gameplay in neutral much simpler at times. So just sitting there and throwing projectiles sometimes can be just as scary as air dashing across the screen. Even though you want to spend most of your time in neutral and offense, sometimes you gotta get on the defensive. So it's important to know what your defensive options are. Bedman's 2P is a great defensive normal at 5 frames, sadly not leading to anything on most ranges, as it rarely combos into 6P outside of point blank range. Bedman's 2K is a little slower at 7 frames, but it's a great 2K with good range and it leads to his very far-reaching sweep, which can let you steal your turn back, and if you're close enough, even lets you set up an error. And lastly, of course, there's Bedman's reversal super, which is a little slower than most but has great damage, so it can be very threatening.
And that should be it. Feel free to post more helpful tips in comments and make sure you like and subscribe. Until the next tutorial, see you in Celestial.